I'm ready. You're delaying me. I need to. Are the lights okay? Is the sound okay? Are we ready? Camera, action. That's why you call it out for yourself. If they're delaying me, I'm like, camera, lights, action. And here we are. How are you doing? How is the first part of the year going? I know it kind of goes very fast and then it gets to a part, then it kind of slows down. So it's going very fast in your pockets. Huh? I know. The bank account going very... I know. Don't you worry. First of all, let us reflect. Another episode of Reflections. I'm loving reflecting with you. I'm loving what we're discovering. I'm learning what we're learning. And I'm appreciative of the fact that you're staying with us and making sure that you're a part of this journey. You see, you being a part of this journey is very important because you also get to discover yourself. You also get to reflect. You also get to grow. Because it may sound as cliche, but this life, we live once. What's the whole point of living this earth and you've only half lived? It does sound like cliche, but think about it. What's the point of living this life if you're only half living it? It's pointless. So let's reflect on life, let's learn, let's grow, let's get to discover ourselves. Now today's subject, I had to reflect on it a lot because I had this question come to me severally. And I'm going to create a difference in this topic. I'm going to put the divide in this particular topic. Now, many times I find people who will always tell me, but Karitas, what drives you? But Karitas, how do you stay, in this particular journey? And today, I'm coming to talk about it. I'm here to talk about it a bit. I'm dissecting it. And what are we talking about? We're talking about passion. Passion unleashed. That's why I even try to create the set, create this cocoon of the room where I feel comfortable. That part of your room of your house where you probably go and enjoy your Candy Crush or your movie or Korean movies or whatever you watch. That's what I've created here. We're going to discuss passion. Passion unleashed. Now, excuse me, when I talk about passion, I'm looking at it, the bigger picture of passion. I'm looking at it from a more holistic perspective. I'm not talking about the passion that you feel towards somebody. No, the passion I'm referring to is that drive, that motivation, that fuel. What drives you? What keeps you going? What keeps that fire ablaze? Now, I'm going to first talk about passion from the side of my career. Now, because it's where I want to delve from, because I feel like many people misunderstand your career, your passion, your calling. It feels like there's so many pieces hanging in the air and you just literally have to figure out which pieces to bring down. Now, I was asked, I've had this question asked, but in different forms. I've had people ask me, what drives you? What keeps you in the industry? When I took a break for 7 years, I like saying it. When I took a break from the industry for 7 years, okay, I went behind the camera, I was producing, but I was not out there. I was not there. And then someone asked me, I remember someone asking me when I came back, they asked me, but Karitas, how did you know this is an interview, and they threw this question. How did you know that how did you think you'd be relevant? After 7 years, you'd think after 7 years, you've forgotten. Of course, the media would write, hey, Yagwamo, oh, Yakolachi. But you sit in your corner and you smile and you read a good book, good music, a good glass of wine, you're good to go because you have a plan. Now, the answer that I gave them, why I felt what made you think you would still be relevant is because I know what I bring to the table. I know what I have. I know what will keep you coming back. We're talking about work, career, not about love and the platonic bit. We'll delve into that later. So I said, I know myself. Now, you see all these things we've been reflecting on? You see how they kind of come and they kind of are intertwined. Your self-love, your discovery of your passion, your vulnerability, all these things kind of come and play together. And together, they fuse for you to be able to do whatever you want to do seamlessly. Now, when I answered that question, I told them the one thing that I have constantly said. It is the passion. When you love what you do, you keep it alive. Sounded so smart there. You keep it alive. That's the truth. It stays alive, because when you're passionate about something, it means that you are willing to do anything and everything you can to get it done, to get it to wherever you want it to be. Now, here's the difference. And this is what makes many people end up in your breadcrumb situation. And your breadcrumb situation is where you're simply going through the motions at work. You're not going up. You're not growing. Your account always has the salary that comes in at the end of the month, which probably already has its fees. Before you have even the week, it has gone through your fingers. Now, the one thing that I have seen that derails people from passion, or doesn't have people even thinking passionate or passion, is because of embeda. So you go to work every day. If you were to stop people in the morning, and I like doing this, in the morning in traffic in your rush hour, you're looking through the cars. I do that a lot. So I'm always looking at couples. I'm like, hey, those ones are annoyed. Why aren't they even smiling to each other? Oba yombi, oba tebadi the breakfast. And then I'm looking at the next guy on my left, and I'm always thinking, I'm always trying to understand, are they going to work? Are they their own bosses? Are they on salary? Are they on commission? Like, I'm thinking, what drives them to be up that early in traffic, leave their bed and go to work? And for many, you have to earn a living. You know, it is that thing that drives in the morning. When you know, Kola, if I don't go to work, if I don't show up at work early, if I don't go to work today, I probably will lose my job. So you have that, and it's what is driving you. I am telling you, that's the most tiring thing ever. For you to wake up every day and the only reason you're going to work is because of the salary. That is something that I can't even, I mean, the day I started feeling like my career, my job was tiring, is that day I woke up thrice. First of all, I woke up, put my feet down, woke up, put my feet down, woke up, put radio in the morning. My show started at 6, so I needed to be at work by 5:30. I woke up thrice that morning. That's when I said, something is wrong. I think I've hit a stalemate. And I had to now think and say, okay, what do I do now? I had to take a break. Didn't think about what I was going to do. What am I going to do this break? Where am I going? I needed a break before I could skid out of control. And that you can only do if you're passionate about what you do. But if you're chasing the paper, you have no room to take a break. I mean, you can't take a break from thinking about work, or you can't wake up and say, man, I'm done, let me take a break. Because you still have to earn the month, there's school fees waiting for you, there's rent waiting for you, there's so many things waiting for you that you're not allowed to take that break. But that's because you're thinking about it from one dimension, and the dimension you're looking at it is from the economical perspective. If you're looking at it from that way, you're probably going to have more issues than you ever anticipated. And I'm going to tell you why. See, that's why I call this podcast Reflections. The reason why is because I've taken my time to think. I love to think. Like, I'll even think about why you're looking at me the way you're looking at me. And I will try and dissect all the conversation that's happening on your face. I want to dissect. I want to try and get into your mind. I love it. And that's why I had to find, let me show you this journey, and I'm going to use my career. Okay. So when I was starting out my career, I mean, I was much younger. I didn't know what I was doing. I knew I loved what I was doing, but I did not have a bigger picture. I knew that I loved to talk to people. I knew that I wanted to listen to people. But I didn't have a bigger picture. That was the first place. So the passion was to be in front of people, talking to people. Then I grew to a next phase. So throughout that, that's when I joined WBS, and then I was doing the whole party scene, and that was very hectic for me. But that was the beginning. And that was way back in 2000. We are in 2024. How is it that I'm still here? And I'm going to tell you how it is possible. After I left Capital, because I took that break, and that's about after I had just left WBS as well, I didn't know what I was going to do. But I knew that I'd hit a stalemate. Now, this is one of the most important aspects that I want you to carry. When you're driven by passion, nothing else can deter you. When you're driven by passion, you always find a way. But here's the other important part. When you're driven by passion and you find your passion, what happens is it then allows you to grow, redefine, restructure, everything. You need it in there. When you're passionate about something, it allows you to look at this from all angles. That meant that when I took that break for the 7 years, when I was going to take that break, what I knew is that I hit a stalemate. But also I knew that the road I was walking, I needed to understand the terrain I was going to next. I had matured, but I felt like, okay, I've done enough of the night scenes, the parties, the concerts. Lord, where do I go to next? Let me tell you, the power in prayer. And I'm not saying this as cliche. It is prayer and the belief in the answer to that prayer that got me taking the 7 years break. Because I was asked, but how do you believe in yourself to take a 7-year break? What made you think that you'd be relevant on your return? I said, it's because I'm walking this journey and I am walking with intent, with all intent. It means that when you're passionate, when you're driven by passion, you want to redefine yourself. So when I took that break, I was now talking to God and telling him, look, I know I still have work to do. I know I still have a lot in me to give. But where is the next phase? It means that when you're passionate, it allows you room to grow. It allows you room to reinvent yourself. So I sat down and I said, okay, now my next phase. When I come back, what do I want to do? I can't be standing at the same place. I'm still going to be serving you, serving your people, but at what level, in what capacity? I needed to find that. And I told God, I told him, he listens, by the way. I told him and I said, I am not going back into the industry until I find that which you want me to do. That's why it took me 7 years. Patience, people. It's called patience. But 7 years later, I had grown. I had purpose. I had my twins, so life meant something different. I had seen all sorts of things. I had been through life. I'd been through the hard knock. I had tried a business. I had been a producer. I was producing. That's when I was doing the Bobby Wine show. We're doing Umbanda Kabaka, and that was different, and I learned different from there. But I was growing and preparing myself for the next phase. But it could only happen because I was passionate about what I was doing. If I was only focusing on it for the earning, I don't think I'd have taken that break, and that I wouldn't have gotten that time to reinvent and to grow, because I would be chasing the monthly salary. I'd be thinking about the month, I'd be thinking about the bills, so I'd be stuck in one place trying to figure myself out. It's what I call a rat hole. I didn't want to end up in a rat hole. This passion, what it did is I grew. When I came back with a new creation. I came back with Chatroom. I was thinking about life. I was thinking about my boys. Everything else mattered from a different angle. It was no longer the same as it used to be. So I gave everything a different amount of love, a different amount of energy. It meant that the next level I had gone to, I needed to give a different set of tools, which I did. Then I learned in me that my calling was in people, giving people, being with people, working with people, listening to people, comforting people. I just felt that was my space, because when I started Chatroom, it just literally turned me like that. Just out of it, I found that I was the listening ear. But not just that, I found that I was connecting people. Like, I host this person, and what they need is a passport. And then somehow I connect them. Immigration gets them a passport. This one needs legal help. In 1 minute, in one episode, in one show, they get legal help. That's when I realized, okay, so this was my next phase on this journey of my career, driven by passion. Again, if I was driven by the hard knock life, if I was driven by the issues of life, meaning finances, meaning you have to pay this and that, I know those things are important. But they don't have longevity if that's all what you're thinking about. You have a burnout. You'll end up in a burnout. But when you're driven by passion, there's a way in which things just keep coming. God causes the right people, the right timings to come your way. And I'll tell you how it happened in my life. So let me tell you about passion and what passion did to me. Passion put me in a place where I moved mountains for people. Unknown to me, it didn't cause any weight. I didn't feel any stress about it, but I did it. It means that for me, passion was the one driving me. It meant that I remember when someone was telling me I was trying to find help for one of the guests I'd had, a young lady who was born with HIV, and a whole story around her life. Very saddening. I remember we cried that day. And I remember what happened after that show aired. You people. She was having offers of people who wanted to buy her a house somewhere in the outskirts of Kampala. One wanted to take her to school for skilling. Suddenly I was opening up doors for her. I mean, unknown to me. It wasn't something that I did intentionally. I didn't go on the screen and say, open doors for her. I just said, look, I'm going to use me the best way I can. And the fact that I asked God, I prayed, I sought, I sat down, I tried to fund myself, rebuild myself, mold myself into the phase where I was. Like I said, I had matured, so my thoughts needed to be that way as well. But I had landed properly on my feet, and now I knew what I was doing. So I thought. Now, when I left that, when I stopped doing Chatroom, and of course, you're all asking where I went, what happened, the show. Let me tell you, when you let passion lead you, what happens is it allows the metamorphosis to happen. I like that word. I like using it, metamorphosis. Do you remember what that is? Metamorphosis, the cycle. Remember what I told you? You start off as a child, the expectations. That one, he's going to be bapping all over himself, he's going to be having, okay. Then you grow 3 years, 5 years, 6, 10, 12. The expectations of that age bracket, yeah? But even in your career, in life, there are certain things that you have to let happen to allow room for the others to happen. Until you do that, you're not going to grow. But you see, it takes courage for you to do that, because then you have to tell yourself, look, I'm not going to be chasing only pepper. Let me chase longevity driven by passion. It means that if I'm passionate about this, I'm going to recreate it. I'm going to grow it, which is what we're doing right now. I'm here with a podcast. That is me growing. That is where my passion has led me to. And I'm doing other things. And then what happened is now I had hit. You see that metamorphosis? Now, in your career, God puts you in certain places, in those places for a reason. Because He knows you're going to carry something for Him. Either you're going to be helping His people, you're going to be, whatever it is, opening doors for people. But it allows you to do that comfortably. It means that you're going to allow that growth to happen, which is what I did. I allowed the growth to happen. But I couldn't have done it alone. You still have to trust people. You find like-minded people. You find people who you know will give you a listening ear, who know more about finances than you, who know more about production than you know. Find all those people. That is your team. Those are the people. Those are the people God is causing in your way to help you on this journey. You can't ignore them. It may be hard to knock on some doors. Sometimes I would find it hard to call people because I'm like, oh, what are they going to think? They're going to think that I'm going to... Vulnerability, we go back to that. So you see, when you're vulnerable, it allows you to pick up the phone and say, hello, sir, I have a product. I want to come and pitch to your people. That confidence, when you're passionate, it doesn't stop you. My friend used to tell me, Karitas, you know now, when you knock on doors, you're not asking for yourself. You're asking for that help for other people. Yeah, I knocked on those doors. I'd be there begging you people, come on, now we have to pay fees. Oh, now there's rent meant to be paid here, there. It is a passion that drives me. And let me tell you what that does. It has longevity in it because then it allows you to keep on redefining yourself, reinventing yourself. You're driven, you're a passionate person like Steve Jean. Man, I've got to mention Steve Jean. Steve Jean, he's grown from one camera, one microphone. Man, he has an entire, it is passion. When you see that guy work, it is passion that is oozing through him. You just see him move, but he's just passionate. There are many people that I could throw out there as examples of people who I feel like are passionate. They will do anything to continue that growth. They will pick every seed wherever they need to sow it into that journey of passion and see where it takes you. Steve is now one of the biggest production houses in terms of entertainment. He will set up stages for whoever wants to show up. It's because you're passionate. You allow yourself to grow. You're so in it. It means that you want to know the latest gadget. There's a new camera in town. You want to know. There's new lights. You want to know about them. That passion is your fuel. Passion is your fuel. It keeps you going long when other guys have chat. When people are saying, but Karitas, guy, you've been in this industry and you just never, Togwayo. I don't know how to say it in English. You don't finish. Togwayo. You don't empty. I don't know the word in English, but yes. It's because I'm driven by passion. Everything I do, I'm driven by passion. Even my love life. So let's talk about the love life. You're driven by passion, but again, it goes back to the original question. Do you want that relationship? Or how much, how badly do you want that relationship? That's where you start from. When you answer that question and you say, I want this relationship like the air I breathe, it means you're going to put in your all. You're going to put your passionate foot forward. It means everything that you're going to be thinking about in that relationship is for the growth, for the betterment, for the happiness, for everything to bloom. You'll be driven by passion. Even when your partner is very angry, that passion, it will let you breathe and sit down and say, sweetheart, what is the problem? You people think that this is Katemba. These things happen, but you have to be ready in your mind. You have to set your mind and be ready and say, I want this relationship. I want this person. I want to make a life with this person. Therefore, we're going to go through all those bumps together. Your passion drives you. When he's mad, you say, honey, we're doing life together. It means what hurts you, hurts me. What is disturbing you? You ask her the same question. My sweetheart, what did I do today? What can I do for you today? It is your passion that is driving you. You're passionate about somebody. You're not just in love with somebody. You love them, but you are passionate about that relationship, about them. It is the fuel that will take you further than most would ever go. Like I always say, 30 minutes is not enough for us to go around this and come back. So how about we take that on our socials? Get in touch with us. Let's continue this conversation. Are you struggling with something? Is there something that's troubling you that you want to share and just seek advice from whoever it is, be it the Reflections team or anyone else out there that we can connect you with? You're not alone. It's time for us to reflect, rebuild, reshape, and find that purpose. Otherwise, life is going to be so empty without all that. So join me. Let's continue this journey together. This is for you and for me. So reflect with me, share with us, subscribe, follow us, comment, critique. I take it on in equal measure. In the meantime, though, stay safe. Don't let the harshness of this economy get to you. You know that? And let passion drive you and lead you to wherever you want to go. Stay blessed from myself here at home and my team. God bless you until the next episode. Stay safe. Take care of your environment. Plant a tree. It could even be a fruit tree. Let's take care of our environment. Say no to Kavera. And above all, no glove, no love. Spread some love. And until next time, mwah!